Afternoon, everybody. How we doing? Everybody there? Everybody there? I hope I'm live. Hopefully I'm live. So, what have we got today? We've got a giveaway to do today. So I'll go over the details of that first, because it gives people the duration of this video to enter, and then we'll do the giveaway at some stage throughout this video. So, looks like we've got a fair few in already. I can't see anything because my glasses are absolutely filthy. So we need to clean them in a minute. So hopefully everyone got the notification. I was a little bit late, but I've been doing lots of research and trying to find stuff out about this CB radio, which is proved to be very elusive, actually, which is quite surprising. Because I did used to have all of the info on this radio, but I cannot for the life of me find it. But someone has come to my rescue, so I'll talk about that in a bit. So, where are we? Where are we? Let me see. We've got a Benji's banner in, haven't we? We've got a Benji's banner in. So it looks like we've got a washed out Derek in first today from sunny Wales. I think that's right, Derek, isn't it? Yeah. Michael Hyde, Gary Cooper, George Christophe is bushed. Daniel Russell, hi Daniel, listen, whilst working with the RFM3, keeping me company for now. Right. I was a bit confused there, Daniel. So you listen to the RFM3 and me and working. How do you do that multitasking? I can't do that at all. It's bad enough talking to you lot and trying to work at the same time, let alone working and listening and watching and everything else. Hi, Nick. A wet stray. Yeah, it's pretty horrible here today. I've got to take the dogs out later when I finish this, so gonna get wet. Hi, Colin. How are you? Colin Parnell. Driver Films Shortwave. Afternoon to you, Dom. Superbike rider, hi Clive, from an aquatic North Wales, eh? Ideal. Not biking weather, really, Clive, is it? You got to keep the bike in and dry this weather, haven't you, really? Afternoon, Barry, Marky, Doug. 21 degrees and overcast in New York. Wow. Excellent. Not. Where did all this nice weather go that we had, well, back last month, wasn't it? This month's been rubbish so far. Aston, how you doing? Working on a very special project, eh? Whoa, Spanky. Afternoon, Mr. Spanky. Simon. A recently flooded cellar. Hopefully, nothing's damaged there, Spanky. That's not nice. George is bushed again. Has George been in twice, or just... Oh, I don't know. He's back. Do the draw first. No, George. Phil Taylor. How you doing, Phil? Hi, Brett. Bretsky. Benji. How you doing, Benji? Where's the chickens? Deep and robotic today, am I? Deep and I might, because I've got the audio mic pumped right up. If I pull the microphone back a bit, I'm not going to mess with the audio too much, George, unless it's really bugging everybody. It might be because it is a bit robotic. You never know. I sound like Barry White, do I? This mic's doing some weird stuff, innit? Let me go into the mic settings a minute, see what's going down there. Snotted up? Yeah, a little bit, possibly, today, I don't know. Audio microphone, audio settings. It did go a bit haywire, didn't it? Equalizer. Enable equalizer. Yeah, I've got it sort of bass heavy. If I turn the equalizer off, what's that like? Is that less bassy? Compressor. I've got the speech compressor on. I've got the noise gate on. We'll try that without the bass on if it's a bit bassy. God, you people. Very deep and a bit slurred. Tear down the banner, tear it down. you love it, Benji, really. Afternoon, Cody's. Paul, how you doing, mate? ZX, how you doing? The madness is here again. It certainly is. I'm still messing with CB radio, ZX. You may well be able to help me out with this today. Boxing Day 11, how are you? Bit of a sync problem. Oh, hi Carl, how you doing? It's a digital effect stream issue. It's a digital effect stream issue. A sync problem with the audio. Estrogen. Hormones. You lot are animals. Not enough stream bandwidth. Could be. Don't know if Mrs. Cruncher's watching something downstairs. Should be alright because it's variable. I don't know. Very white impressions. Get some helium. Afternoon, Andrew. How are you from Berlin? Harvey, it is rubbish, mate. Becoming an expert at multitasking. Deep and slurred. That could be normal, yeah. Sounds like it's going slow, then all of a sudden it will catch up. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, Andrew. That's flipping mic is. Let me mess with the microphone a minute. Let me just mute. Now it probably won't work at all now. You turned your central heating on. It was pretty hot and humid here, Harvey, although it's pretty wet outside. Yeah, not very nice. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this mic. I need to get my lapel mic sorted back on. That was fine. I was reluctant to cut the new mic adapter in. Not enough frames getting to YouTube. It's not too bad, George. 60% of my processor, so or total processor, GPU, CPU. Says it's set at 50 frames a second. There's no way it's doing that. It went a bit haywire, didn't it, the other day? And the microphone went doolally. But so you don't think it's a microphone? Let's take the banner down for Benji. Reboot. Should we try a reboot? I'll restart the software a minute, so stay there. Well, I should be back. Whether the audio has sorted itself out, I don't know. I'll have a sip of water. Just clear my snotty, like, deep voice. Sounds better, does it? This software is bizarre, isn't it? It just does weird stuff. I mean, I shut a load of
Google Chrome windows down, so very strange. Well, we're back. It's working. Right, let's get going. Otherwise, we're going to be out of time before we know it. We'll take doggies for a walk. So, no, I'm too quick. I'm too quick on the buttons. That's a problem. Here we are. This is the radio. We're giving this away today to some lucky winner. Now I'll push the button a bit slower. So this is the Bush Automaster, very kindly donated by the Man Cave Workshop, Sean. Sean has really done all the external work on it, and I've just gone in and sorted out the capacitors and that broken track, and all good and working. So you need to go to last Thursday's video. I'm sure someone will put the link here for me. No, the draw's going on later, George. Be patient. So you need to go to last Thursday's video and enter the keyword bushed. So let's just do that for you. I've got to keep doing this. I should keep this, save it really. So there we are. You need to enter the keyword bushed in last Thursday's stream. Hi, Mr. Laser Sound, how are you? Yeah, where is Northern Rambler? You wet your pants if you want it. You'll have to video that. You'll have to video the unboxing then, if you win it, Spiky. Just so we can see you wetting yourself. It could be Brett, couldn't it? If you win, can we give it to the next person, please? So there you are. You need to be a subscriber. You obviously need to give the video a thumbs up, which I'm sure you do anyway. And put the keyword bushed in the comments for that video, not this one. So hopefully everybody's got that sorted. And at some stage during the stream, we will do the draw for that. So I'll give people a chance to just enter that. Anybody got the link for that video? Can someone grab a link for it, please? Just pop it in the chat here, then you can just click on the link and add the keyword. And I'll refresh the comments, make sure there's none been held for anything. No, George, not in here. Don't confuse people. You need to enter the word bushed in the comments for last Thursday's video, not here. Okay, we all right with that? Everybody good for that? So you'll get that, and I'll put in the service manual for it as well. Not that we want you to go inside it, but it's good to have for the future. That's it, isn't it? You think that's the right one, Dom? I don't think you'll be able to post a link. It'd probably have to be Paul or Gary or Andrew Ausfa if he's there. There it is. There you go, people. So if you click on that link there, that should get you to the correct video, and pop that keyword on the bottom, and you can win this nice Bush Automaster. Did I leave batteries in it?
Redemptions and I think novels like Patrol. Already sold.
Something that would hold you back from asking.
So there you are. It's working very nicely. I haven't even got the aerial up fully there, and sounding lovely. As I say, Sean's done an amazing job of touching up the woodwork on the front, polishing all the top up. Looks lovely. So I'm sure someone will be really pleased with that. Right. Oh, we've got a few bushed already going in. Thank you. And don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, then hit that subscribe button, please. Some weird stuff going in here. Why have we got? Oh, okay, I see. Right, okay. Okay, I see. Right. So let's pop that one out of the way. And let's give you an update on what's happening with this poor old Uniden Uniace 200 CB radio. Well, lots of things, really. Let me just put this one out of sight a minute. Out of harm's way. So I've had a massive fun and games trying to get info for this radio. I did originally have a service manual for this many years ago, but yeah, I just cannot find it anywhere. I have found some stuff that I've had. What have we got here? I've got a pile of paperwork for it here now. I found the original service manual. Sorry. Not a service manual. I found the original owner's manual for this one, and I believe I've still got the box for this radio as well up in the loft somewhere. So this one has got an actual box. I did look in my sort of stock list of stuff I've got in the loft, and I have another one of these in the loft as well. Another Uniace 200 with exactly the same problem: no transmit or receive. And I've got the audio line. That's the one that's in the picture for today's stream, because obviously this one's got all the case and everything off. But yeah, I mean they're identical, really, identical radios. The only difference, I believe, is this one's got a dimmer button on it and the other one hasn't. I think that's the only difference. Circuit board's identical, pretty much. And Paul very kindly sorted me out the schematics on Tuesday. And but there's one chap that's been really helpful. I spoke to well, I messaged another YouTuber. So let me get I think I've got rid of all the things now. Ah, here we go. Yeah. Just let me get with this. Okay. Screen capture fade. So you should hopefully be on Richard's homepage at the moment. I think you are. I've got it in full screen. That's the problem. Let me just double check that you can see what I'm looking at and I'm not covering it. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Right. So Richard is this chap here, UKCB Radio Servicing. I mean, I've been following his channel for years. Really interesting. And he basically services and repairs all the old CBs right from when it became legal in 1981 up to the current day. He also dabbles with a few other bits. But one of the people in my chat last week messaged me through the comments and suggested that I give Richard a shout. He might be able to help out, and sure enough, I sent Richard a message today. I tried to buy this manual first from the only CB supplier that I know that would have had it, which was Knights, and they've stopped selling manuals now because apparently the quality deteriorated over time. So they've not sold any manuals for a long time. Let me just get my chat up as well. Will that put my chat full screen? No. Oh well. Yeah, so I could not get a manual anywhere, and Richard has very, very kindly sent me over a service manual for it. So if you're not a subscriber to Richard's channel, it's well worth a watch. You know, you might not be into CBs, but it's just watching him like trim up a radio is quite mesmerising. I don't know what it is about it, but it's very interesting. George is naked. So yeah, Mike's radio repair. I don't know. I doubt it, Doug, because it's a UK board. The board number's PA039. It's a PA039 board on it. George, that's just disturbing, isn't it? Yeah, the radio. That is the service manual that Richard has let me have. The TRC 2000 realistic. Thunderpole. I don't think they do service manuals though, George. I've used Thunderpole in the past, and the other one was Truck King, but unfortunately they're gone now. So Truck King were always very helpful. Thunderpole. I can't remember Thunderpole much, to be honest. I did use them, but I don't know what for. Might have been aerials. Obviously, Thunderpole was an aerial, wasn't it, back in the day? So yeah, if you're not subscribed to Richard, then please hit the subscribe button. He's got quite a few subscribers. Look, 2,800 odd. So I'm subscribed and I've hit the little bell sign. So there you go. Hi Stephen, how are you? You were looking for your old CB service notes. I found them last year and immediately put them somewhere safe, and now you can't find them. Truck King went 20 years ago. George? No, they didn't. Did they? No, they certainly didn't go 20 years ago, George, because I got receipts from them fairly early on. Will CB radios come back as LPs and cassette tapes? Well, there has been a bit of a revival, Sim, actually, since this lockdown business. There's a lot of people have dusted off their old CBs, pulled them out the loft and that, and there is some people back on the air. And I did tune my amateur radio to the CB channels on Tuesday, and sure enough, there was people on there. But unfortunately, I've not got the correct aerial for it here at all. Yeah, I will check that in a minute, George, because I've got some old Truck King. I found some old Truck King sales books and some receipts and that, and I'm sure they were from 2005. But I might be wrong. But I'll go and get them in a minute. We'll have a look. So there we are. Let me go back to the bench a minute. So I really dug deep, and I've blown up that schematic that Paul very kindly sent over. It's actually it's copyrighted R. Jackson from Euro Radio Co. And I don't know if they're going either, because I looked them up and couldn't find any info on them. But this is it's redrawn, this schematic, and you can't really see it there because the light's blowing it out. But it's been redrawn, and it's very, very clear. It's just they've done it so as it can be viewed on a computer. So the actual schematic on an A4 is unreadable, really. You'd need a magnifying glass to read most of it. Certainly the part numbers and that you wouldn't be able to see. So that was that. That's the manual that Richard's very kindly sent me over. TRC 2000. So we've got the service info now. And there was some other useful stuff I found online. Again, Paul sent this over. This is quite useful. open-channel.co.uk. There's lots of information there on really making the radio sound better. There's lots of little tweaks that you can do, and you can change components to get better squelch, better audio, all sorts of things. And there's also some fault finding on there which I've gone through as well. But yeah, that was that. Found this as well, service manual meetthebreakers.co.uk. There's some alignment info on there, but it's not very comprehensive, but certainly better than nothing. So that was well worth finding. But more interestingly, I managed to dig out a load of my old books. So I've got that one. There's a bit of glare on that, isn't there? There we go. Servicing UK CB radio, and the important bit here is UK CB radio, because there's a lot of other books out there that are American and don't really deal hardly anything with the radios that we had in this country, because they use different frequencies. And this is one of them, although this does deal with UK stuff, the PLO data book. This is international edition, so our UK PLOs are in there, and in fact the PLO for this one is in there. But I haven't yet had chance to really read this stuff. I found it, but I haven't read through it yet. Let me just catch up with this a minute then. We'll see. You have a CB aerial there, George? Yeah, you've got the serial, haven't you? 827. That's an amazing aerial. That is. That's a beauty. They make a CB FM radio combination in a single DIN for the car now. Do they really? Silver rod. Yeah, silver rod was okay. 5/8 silver rod was very nice, but the Sirio 827 was the best aerial I've ever had, and I had all sorts. I had Sigma 4, I had Antron 99s. I think I had an IMAX as well at some stage. Hi Bob, how are you? TX Audio, yeah, Bob, thank you for Bob was the one that prompted me to get in touch with Richard, so touch base with DEFPOM. I'm not sure what whether they certainly don't use our frequencies down there, Paul, so he may well know a bit about them, but yeah. So the other one is this one, and again it needs to be the international edition because that's got info on the UK radios. This is a real sort of quick guide, but it's real basic terms. Great read that is. That's real. I mean, you can see I've got a bookmark in it, so I have been reading through that one. And the last one that I've got, which seems to be the Bible for CB radio, well, certainly in the States, but this was 25 quid back in the day when I bought it, and it's mega money now if you can get hold of one. It's a really big, thick book. You know, it's a really thick book. I don't know how many pages are in the thing. Oh, it's about 360 odd pages in it. 360 something pages. It's a big book, but well worth getting hold of. So there you are. I've certainly got my reading sorted. Having done a bit of research and a bit of head scratching, there seems to be the general consensus is that these have got issues with the capacitors. So I've been gradually doing one at a time and just turning it on to see if it makes any difference. And I've done, oh, I don't know how many I've done here. Done quite a few. I've done about 10, I think, haven't I? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I've done 10 in total. So there are all these grey things which aren't brilliant, but to be fair, I haven't actually found one that's really bad yet. They've all been pretty good. So really, that's what I'm going to carry on and do at the moment. I've still got the same issue now. I need to get you on the other camera as well, really. Let me just sort the cameras out. Just stick me on the webcam a minute. Actually, no, I'll stick you on the overhead camera so you can see what I've been up to. And then I'll sort the other cameras out. We can have a look at the, because it's quite important to have a look at the power supply on this as well. That should be good. No, it's going out. I'm zooming out, not in. Okay. So let me just sort these cameras out. So we need to prop that up a little bit. Let's just use that battery for that for a minute. So see if I can get you in on everything on this, really. Just to show you what it's doing. Let's just zoom in on this a bit. Okay. Let's get that one up on the power supply. Right, let's do lots of button pushing here then. So, right, so if we stick that in number 2, so that's a power supply. That's a bit big. Let me just sort out number 3 overlay. So that's the upside down radio. It's upside down because it's upside down on the bench because I've got the component side upwards. And we'll put that one as a small one down in the corner. Right, so let me show you what the issue is then. You should be able to see everything. So if I pop the power supply on, so you can see I'm 13.8 volts, 0.01. It's not turned on at the moment. So if I switch it on, actually I can turn it up the other way, it won't hurt. It won't hurt turning it up the other way, will it? At least we'll see it the right way up then. So if I turn it on, I've not got the mic plugged in at the moment, so you won't hear any hash. But you see the power supply there, it's 160 milliamps, yeah? So bear with me, ZX. Keep that thought. iVideo Monkey. I'll sort you out. I'll sort out the chat in a minute. But, okay, so we're on channel 37 there, and it's fine. 160 millivolts sounds fine. So I go up a channel. It's gone. Still drawing power, but the power has gone up to. The current draw has gone up to 230 milliamps. So go back again. So 660. If I push the dimmer, the brightness switch in, make the display brighter, it goes up to 20 milliamps. As soon as I hit one of these channels that's missing, it's jumping up to 240, and there's a regulator just here that's getting really hot. So if you notice, like most of the even channels are missing. Some are there, look, 4. So I personally think that the lack of display is a knackered PLL, but there is some of the odd voltages are there, but then at one stage it just every other one is gone, look. Oh, 24. Yeah, so there's a few actual missing from the board. Let's just turn that off again. So that's the issue that I've got at the moment. Where am I? I can go down there. That's the issue that we've got at the moment. So I've changed the caps in that area that I deem to be the likely offenders, and it's not improved it one bit. So, you know, the other thoughts are, let's just get rid of that as well. Put me up there for a minute. Oh, hello. I'm doubling. There we go. It's a lovely radio. It's really smart. It's near mint. This one. Well, this one's pretty good, but the other one is actually mint. But, CB's dead up there, Bob. Is it? We need to get on it then. Start shouting. You never know. Someone might shout back to you. So Linton's got some effing and blinding up his way. Hi, Michael Hyde. Hi, Linton. You had a low TX40 and a Midland 3001. Used to have an AM CB car radio combat back in the 70s. It was police car. You got all those books, have you? And more. Cybernet data book and the Uniden data book. That's the export ones though, George, isn't it? I need a vintage camper van to go with a vintage CB radio. Yeah, I used to have this fitted in my Capri, I think. It was my Mark 1 Capri this was in. Picture from Defpom's site on my Facebook page. Let's have a look then. Oh, right, the block diagram. Yeah, Defpom did say that Defpom's apparently has got the schematic, but he wants a membership for it, so that's what sort of put me off a bit. But yeah, that's a useful block diagram actually, Paul. Let's have a quick look at that, shall we? Don't think I can zoom in any further than that. I have actually got that block diagram somewhere else. In fact, I think it's in this manual that Richard's given me. So, I don't think we've got any transmit or receive on this, have we? But I need to connect it directly to my signal generator, really. See if I can push an RF signal through it. But at the end of the day, it's absolutely pointless doing that until we can sort this problem out with the display. Whether it's the LED driver TR16, but then if it's doing some and not the others, it's not going to be the channel switch. I wouldn't have thought. It's possibly before the channel switch. I don't know. You know, my other thoughts with the PLL was PLL obviously instructs it to display the frequency, I think, doesn't it? In conjunction with a channel switch. I'm not 100% sure on this because I need to do a lot more reading up on it. But yeah, thanks for sending that over, Paul. Let's get back to my screen. £30. I expect you had a few. You haven't won nothing yet, Video Monkey, but it's coming. You have your high gain 6. Yeah. Check TP1 or pin 7 of the TC911 for channel 1 to channel 40 on receive, above 1 volt to less than 4 volts. Twiddled anything a screwdriver fitted. Yeah, you're not far wrong there, Benji, to be fair. Unfortunately, back in the day, everybody wanted to get that extra little bit of power out of their radio, didn't they? You know, if it was 3.9 watts, they wanted to get 4 or beyond, didn't they? The encoder itself is faulty. What do you mean? This one, George, the actual rotary switch. You think that's faulty? Is that what we're saying? It's not an encoder, is it? It's not an encoder, George. It's just a normal mechanical switch inside here. And let's get the overhead camera on. It's probably easier. So the bit you're referring to is this, George, isn't it? This is the switch. It's a bit bright. Where are we? Yeah, so that's the switch. And that solders into the board just here. So you think it's that, George, the rotary switch is kaput? Yeah, Richard's done us proud there, Boxing Day. So I forgot your name already. Boxing Day. Carl, wasn't it? Carl, I think, yeah. Yes, Carl. Richard's done us proud, mate. Because once we get this thing running, that manual is absolutely essential for tuning it all up. And hopefully, I can work out how to actually connect it up to my Marconi and see if we can get that thing working. The slow internet lag is a pain. I'm just going back through the chat at the moment, Zenitz, because I obviously every time I do something I Can't watch a chat at the same time. Hi Paul, how are you? The golden screwdriver machine. This one hasn't really been screwdrivered, Paul, by the looks of it. I've just been in there just trying to see if I can get it going. Def Pom has a video where he strips down the channel change encoder. So the channel switch does both. It sets the PLL on one set of outputs and the display on another set. Right, okay. I'm not really thinking it's complex, ZX. I'm just trying to think, probably overthinking it, I expect, more than likely. You tried shouting, but there is no one there. All right, Bob. Keep going, you're bound to have... I thought it was a bit of thunder then. You're bound to have some truckers coming through. It's a BCD switch. Yeah. Yeah, you can, Paul. But what I wanted to... I didn't want to do that in case it 100% wasn't that. It's set of discs with copper patterns on each side with finger contacts at restaurant and simple crude channel change. A little bit like the one I pulled apart in the Yaesu receiver, FRG 7700. That was exactly the same. Take the encoder apart. That would be interesting. So you think that's why we... I mean, another thing that I've done in anticipation for this, because I had two thoughts. I had either the encoder, the rotary switch or encoder, whatever you call it, or the PLL. So the only way to get those is with another radio. So I have got some other radios. Now this is the baby brother of this one. I've got to sort my cameras out. This is too close for the webcam. Really, the webcam really doesn't like this. Let me sort this camera out again a minute. Hang on. I was thinking the picture looks a bit rough. Let's get that back out of the way. There we go. So this is its baby brother, which is the PT340. Exactly the same board. And I'm hoping the same encoder. Now this one has got no TX RX, but the display lights. So we need to just hook this one up a minute and make sure that the switch is okay on it. Don't need to plug anything else into it really, just the power. So all we want to do is check that the display works for a minute. Okay. Okay, well that one I've probably got a new one of those switches somewhere, but I'll get if I can find it. Let's get that in the light. Oh, it's a bit dirty, look. Because it hasn't been used for years. So that one's going to need drilling and probably cleaning, but it is working. And I've got another 2 down there just in case. I've got another 2 down there just in case. Yeah, all I've done is just plugged it in, George, just to prove that the channel display is working. Because if we swap it over, we can certainly drill that one and try and get it working and put it back in this one. So let me just get this one apart. Actually, we're going to have to have all the case off of it, aren't we? So again, I've got quite a nice collection of CBs actually. If anyone's interested in watching some more CB stuff, I have got quite a few. In fact, I can see under the bench here, I can see a Murphy home base in one of the boxes here, and a Midland 48 XL. Up on the top there, I've got a Euro 8000 CB base station. I've got a Macom, is it EM27? Also got a couple ICOM radios up there for conversion to 10 meters. So apparently they make quite good 10 meter radios. Being a licensed ham, that is perfectly legal. But obviously not legal for a CBer to do it. Yeah, I don't know what it was about the ICOMs, but they were, I wouldn't say easily converted to 10 meters, because you have got to mess about with them, I think, to get them on frequency. And they're obviously just FM, not SSB, which you want really for 10 meters. Problem I got with 10 meters is I haven't really got a decent antenna to work it. You know, it's a real compromise. It's right at the very end of the scale on my ATU. So drink a minute. Oh, the Murphy is a horrible home base. Really horrible thing. I don't know. Somebody probably gave it to me, I expect. Okay, let's just pop the speaker wires off a minute. I've got one of these with the case already off. I should have picked that one, really, shouldn't I? Right. Okay. Well, the encoder's the same, but the board it's fitted to is different. This is a PA 036AA, that's a PA 040AA. Same encoder but different board, so it looks like I'm actually going to physically have to take this encoder clean out of this one. So let's do it, shall we? Let's do it. Let's do it. So I'm pretty sure we've got to take the front panel off. Oh, God. Come on, knobs, come on, please. Please come off. Cool. Dear, oh dear. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Be very careful. I don't want to scratch or damage anything on these. So that ain't going to come off in a hurry, is it? Can I get that out? It looks like I'm going to have to just the dogs. Sound like the dogs are outside the door then. method have I got to get those off? They're really tight to the case, so it's really difficult to get anything underneath them. I can't remember if they got lock nuts on them or not. Sometimes you can just undo the case screws and just push them off with the case itself. So we've certainly got lots of these to fix anyway. Okay. That'll do. That'll do. Right, let's stick a desoldering tool on. We'll get this channel changer out. Just to see if that is the issue. So let me just check on the chat while we're doing that. Ham jumbo. Yeah, I think I saw that one, Scott, because he drilled a couple, well, he didn't drill, he dremeled a couple little holes in it, didn't he, and sprayed some switch cleaner in there. Your mate converted an Icom CB to 10 meters. Yeah, I've got them up there on the shelf. Let me grab one down while I'm waiting for the thing to heat up. Desoldering tool in them. That's the boy. Bit dusty, look. Bit of verdigris on it. Icom CB 1050. And it's important, really, if you're going to do one, get one that hasn't been messed with. Well, this has even got the bracket on this one, but I have got two of these. So I've got a good chance of getting one done. But yeah, it'd be nice to have an FM-only 10 meter radio. I do need to get an aerial up first. It's pointless doing that without an aerial. I've got my long wire, but it's rubbish for that. Okay, right. Let's sort my camera out. Or webcam, which is now totally wrong. Let's just reset that. Reset all. Okay, that'll do. Right, let's get this one out. There's a lot of connections on this. Make sure I got it right. And the other thing I suppose to check is all the resistors on that little board, but I say the front panel's just not having any of it on this one. It's not coming off those knobs, so I'm going to waste my time trying to get them off. Needs a remount every couple minutes. This one at the moment is playing up. God. Certainly get my problems with this thing, don't I? I don't really want to do it with a solder sucker because it puts a little bit too much heat into the board. Again, what I'll do is I'll service the other encoder and stick it back in this one. God, come on. Just cleaned you out. I struggle with this thing, to be honest. Better. Right, okay. Carry on. Right, let's have a look. Need a new gun, yeah. Let's get the nut off. I've got the right size. It's always the one that you haven't got, isn't it? Looks like 11mm. It's snipe nose pliers time. I do need a new gun, probably, Paul, but then you say that, the innards are new, because it's got a new... What's the name on it? What's the name? Yeah, you know, one of them what's the name things. It's got a new element, which gives you the nozzle and all, so that part that keeps blocking up, I don't know whether I've got the temperature too high. Trouble is, if I put the temperature down, it blocks it even more. I don't know. Need to find where my 11mm long reach socket's gone. Don't like doing these with pliers, really. Get me X-ray eyes on. Let's have a look at these traces, see if we've got any that are still attached. That's good, that's good. That's good. That's good. Still attached. Still attached. Should drop out now. In theory, it should drop out. Which it won't, because this front face is stopping it. So this has got to come off. Careful of that, because I don't want to damage the chrome around that. These are really stuck hard. So let me think, what do I need? I need something plastic to put behind it. Where's my bit of plastic? A specific bit of plastic here, so let's just turn that off for a minute. Get rid of that annoying noise. Although surprisingly, it doesn't sound too bad in the videos. Well, I know where my bit of plastic was, and it's moved, it's walked. There's nothing new here, really. Everything moves. So let's try a plastic prodder. God, they are absolutely tight. Yeah, that is loose. It just needs to lift up, so I've got to get this off. Normally these aren't too bad, but this particular one is really hanging on for dear life. Has that moved? By Jove, I think that one moved. Oh, hell, it's still... Oh, flipping heck. There's one. Do the same with this then. It looks like this has been off before as well. That ain't working. Use the front panel. Yeah, you can't, George, because it's got nuts in it, mate. You can't do that because of the nuts inside the thing. Once you start them, they normally go, but God, these are tight. Oh, Christ, I'll pop something in my neck in a minute. Ah, it's coming. Let's try the cloth trick for the last bit. A little bit of cloth here. Too big. God, flipping heck. God. Whoa. Right. Go and do that nut there. Yeah, the tape is releasing from this panel. I thought it might just pop off, but it won't. Typical. Finer snipe nose pliers, because I haven't got a smaller. Which one's that? Oh, that might be the one that fitted that one. Yeah, it's too big for there though. Bear with me, I'm not quite watching chat at the moment. Let's have a quick look. 10-4 Vic. Victor, how you doing? Oh, it's the problem with leaded and unleaded. Is it? Yeah, they were really tight. I mean, one of them's plastic, though, Doug. Certainly look like they've been off before, though, because the front is bent, and I haven't done that. I need to find my ultra-thin snipe nose. Oh, hang on. Somewhere I've got some really fine snipe nose pliers. Will I be able to find them? Unlikely. Let's try these. This radio is really a pain in the neck, isn't it? I wonder what size that is. I might even have to go out to the shed to get the get the rest of my sockets, because I don't think the little ones here will go over the shaft. They might do. No. It's more like 10mm that anyway. This really is trying me, this radio, isn't it? It did have a Stalker 9 for a while back in the day. 62 watching. Oh, that's good. Everybody's waiting for the giveaway. We will do that. I don't want to damage this aluminium around here, though. Assuming it's not loose already. No, it's pretty tight. Okay, I'm going to have to go and get a socket. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I'll have to see, go deep and get some better sockets a minute. Home socket set. don't know if I've got the right one. You don't know if I've got the right one. They will not go in there. I mean, that's 9mm there. Looks like it is about 9mm. So let me see if I've got an 8mm one as well. See, back in the day, I used to have a set of box spanners as a gas engineer. Now, see, that's too big, that's too small. It's either 9 or 10mm. Wonder if this front panel will come off. Let's try the old isopropyl trick on it. See if I can get that aluminium plate off. Then I've got enough room to get a bigger tool in there. It's just the aluminium that's stopping it. That's bizarre. It filled up the channel display as well, I think. Let's let that soak into it for a minute. As I say, it's lifted on this side anyway. There's dirt or something got in underneath it. It's coming very slowly. All of this for an encoder. I should have pulled one out of another CB, shouldn't I, really? But I can't. Well, I've got a box full of old AM radios that I was given years and years ago by a farmer. And they've been invaluable for spares, to be honest. I bet I've got an encoder in there that I could have pinched. And those radios are literally in pieces. They've just been butchered for spares over the years. It's coming, this one. There we go, he's lifting. I don't want to damage this because this rig is perfectly serviceable. And still worth a few quid. These Uniden radios are quite sought after still. How are we doing? Yeah, you need a box spanner really. I think years ago we had one that basically you had to stick it in the grinder and just turn the edge over in the grinder to get one that fitted. I'm just letting the isopropyl loosen the glue. I must see if I can get out of a set of box spanners, because we used to use them for pilot jets on cookers. You see, they were about the only things that fitted, but mind you, back then we didn't really have these recessed sockets like this. Long reach. You really don't want to crease these, because you'll never get the crease back out of it again. Someone's already done a number up by the squelch and volume knobs there. Get in there. Let's try not to scratch this chrome as well. Hi Dave, how are you? Dave Rhodes, Theo. Hi Theo. Not done that little job yet. I'm trying to get this this front bit of aluminium off and out of the way, to be honest, ZX. It's a pain, isn't it? I haven't got a spanner or pliers that'll go through that aluminium bezel. Well, I've got a pair of pliers somewhere that might have done it, but I can't find those. It's coming off, don't you worry. I won't give up on it. Aha. There she goes. There she goes. Oh, nice. There we are. Now, hopefully, well, we can certainly get on it with pliers now. It's 10mm. I think it's 10mm, but this, even the 10mm won't go in there properly. What a game! So at least we can get the pliers in there now that aluminium piece is out of the way. Bit more work than anticipated, but you know, it always is, isn't it? Never easy. I'm sure Audioline didn't expect you to is this Audioline or Uniden? Audioline. Sure they didn't expect you to take that aluminium bezel off. Right. Now we've got to undo the screws on the back. Let's get that nut off. Just check that is 10mm. Yeah, 10mm. But as I say, that socket was just too wide to do it. So I don't know how the hell you're supposed to get in there. Any ideas, anyone that's worked on these, then let me know. So I'm just undoing the screws that hold this panel here to the front panel. Then hopefully eventually we'll be in. Yay. Yay! It's out! My God, what a job. Right, let's carefully put that one to one side with its bit of aluminium bezel. Not too bad condition, it's got quite a lot of rubbing. I might see if I can scan that and redo the transfers. So yeah, that's still in one piece. Just got a load of isopropyl on the bench now. Right, let's get some of this stuff out of the way. Tidy up time. Right, one channel changer. Where are we? About there? No, about there. Okay, so it looks like there's 4 sections to the switch. It does look to me like I could get some deoxit down through there. Probably can't, but it does look like it's possible. George is saying RS did a nut driver for them that is very thin, flares out to 10mm at the base. I'd be interested if you could find a part number for that, George, because I'm going to have the same problem with this other one, and that's really scaring me. There's no way I'm going to take the bezel off that. I might just have to see if I can just unscrew the front plate and get it off. So I reckon we can get some deoxit in there, you know, or something similar down through the actual. Down through the screw holes. Screw holes? Screw holes? Right. So deoxit is horrible stuff. Just wondering if I squirt some in there. It's disappearing, look. It's all going. So it must be going into the switch. Yeah, it's definitely going in somewhere. Uniden, made in Taiwan. Good stuff, eh? So I've managed to get some deoxit inside that, and it certainly is coming out everywhere. So I've got the metal piece for the knob there as well. Right. One down. One to go. You can't see them on the website now. They were burgundy handled things. Hi Rob, how are you? Still going, Rob. You haven't missed it yet, mate. So that's hopefully good to go. Let's drop something to my front now. So that was a fly or something. Right. So now we've got to try and get the encoder out of this one. Is that 10mm? That must be 11mm, but according to my bits and pieces, I've already got the 11mm one out somewhere. That one. Yes, it is that one. Whoa. Yeah, it is. Right, let's see if we can get this one out without as much trouble as the last one. Let's undo these. Gonna want to be really careful with this. The bezel isn't perfect on this, it's got some dings and that on it, but it's pretty good. Pretty good when you see the state of some of these radios. What's that, Scott? 460-1742. Is that the 10mm nut driver, is it? Yeah, we had a bit of a downpour here. It certainly is a blanket of rain over here. You're welcome to it if you want some. Okay. So what's holding that board in? Okay, I see. So it's a rubbish soldering job to there. Flux or something on my fingers now. I think you'd be hard pushed to get a socket. It has to be a box spanner, or it needs to have quite a long depth on it. I think a set of metric box spanners, unless it is old size. Right, let's get some of these. Get this area unplugged from it a minute. Okay, yuck. What is that on it? Something somewhere is nasty on this radio. Got some verdigris on it somewhere. So we've got that wire holding that bit in, that's not too much of a problem. It's holding that board there and then. These are going to be... Oh, that one came off alright. Yeah, that's got a nut on it. Those are a little bit closer to the front. No, see, that still won't go on it. Bear with me, I'm still undoing things, people. Because the board that the encoder's attached to is in behind this switch bank, so I'm not going to be able to do anything unless I can get this front case off the front end of the encoder. That's a switch bank, that should pull back out of the way. Come on, up you come, out of the way, that's that. I've got a horrible feeling I'm just going to have to take everything off this thing just to get this encoder out. Okay. Can't see what's holding that in there. I think it's glued in place. Have they glued that in place? Then you wouldn't do that, would you? You flipping up. No, surely not. They have glued that in place. Great. Great. I'm not getting anywhere fast, am I? Pat Jones, how are you? Put a bit of masking tape on the bezel to protect it. Yeah, I think I will do that. Good call, Bob. Hi, Alan, how are you? A 10mm monoblock tap spanner. Right. That's protected. So it looks like this is glued in place. Star washer in there, but I'm sure it's not that holding it. Oh, it might be. Aha. Yes. Right. I'm in. I'm in. The hell is that turned up now? It's probably the bloody neighbours again, isn't it? Yep. Right, we're getting somewhere. Basically, there's two like little clips in there that are clipped around the LCD screen, LED screen. And welcome, Alan, by the way. That took some getting off, didn't it? But we're in now. Hopefully when the desoldering cools up to temperature, we're in business. We can crack on. Good job. Let's hope to God that this is the problem. Let's hope it is the problem. Blazing sunshine still, and you're still naked. It's just disturbing, George. Well, everybody seems to be faulty switch. Well, you see, but there's going to be more to it, I think, because I'm sure this is going to be out of lock or something, because I'm still getting no transmit or receive, even with the switch in the correct position. So there's more to it than just the channel switch, but we think the channel switch is a likely place to start. So let's give this a prodding to start with, make sure we're good to go. It's clear. Let's catch up with the chat here as well. Yeah, you think this will sort the display and the rest is something else. It's all good. More to look forward to. Okay. Let's get the old eyes on and make sure we've got it all off. Quick clear out of the old dreaded solder gun. Who said that that was the same one? Who said that? Hey! Who said that was the same switch? It ain't the same switch, look! Spot the difference. Oh no! You fibbed, you told me lies! You lied! So it's not going to push out that way, is it? No. Oh dear. It's a longer bar. This is an SR334 and this is an SR220. You told me fibs. Right. I don't really want to take one of these apart. So it looks like there's a circlip on there that comes off and that pushes back that way, which means taking this back panel off. If I take it off, I'm going to have a job to get it back on again, aren't I? So I'm wondering whether we just try the deoxit down there. What do you think? Solder it in to test it anyway, but then I'm just putting extra stress on that board, really, aren't I? I suppose you could solder it in to test it. What the hell? Oh. Let's solder it in to test it. Didn't really want to have to do it again. It looks like I'm going to have to, innit? So this will tell us, I suppose, whether we're right in thinking. I'm not being particularly tidy with the solder in here because it's going to have to come off again. Just get it on and get it done. So if this cures the channel fault, then we know it's going to be time to take that other one apart. Well, no, don't have to take it apart. If you can try deoxit on it first, I think is the best bet before we take it apart. Oh dear. Dear, oh dear. If you've got a bit of a long shaft. It's not particularly good there. Let's just put a bit of flux on that. Right. Okay, it's a bit hanging everywhere, but shouldn't prevent us from testing it. Can't really see the display very well. Ideally, I want to try and get it off of there. There we go. That'll do it. There, we can see the display now, can't we? Plain as day. Plain as day. So we don't need anything. All we need is a power supply in here, really. Here it goes then. So, still doing it. Still doing it. So it's not the display. It's not the switch, is it? God, that was a long-winded flipping. God, spent hours doing that, and it's not that. Okay, right. What else could it be then? What else could it be? Come on, people. I still think we need to carry on with the recapping, to be honest. And I've got a horrible feeling we've got a faulty PLL, but you know. Shall we try my PLL theory, because we have got a spare PLL here. A flamethrower. It's definitely not the switch, is it? No, don't do it, Graham. The discs can get mixed up. Well, don't pull it apart. Okay. It ain't the problem, is it? It just isn't the problem. I still think there's an issue with the PLL that's doing it. But I suppose we need to recap it first and remove that problem from the situation. What are we doing now? 5:30. I need to really be knocking it on the head about 6 because I've got to take the dogs out. That's a pain. Well, I'm going to put some deoxit in that anyway and let it sit. But we eliminated a problem. We eliminated what was allegedly a simple issue. Somebody was saying about these things here split to cause these things to pull up, but it's not the case with this one. So let's spray a bit of that in there and let it sit while I'm certainly, I don't think I need to take that apart. That deoxit should get rid of any muck in that track, in those tracks. Right. What a nightmare. Johnny! How you doing, Johnny Comic? Sean! Right, I'm going to get a few more caps done, and then I'll keep trying it in between caps. Let's get these power supply ones over here done. So that one. This one just there. There's that one too. And this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, I'll do those 4 to start with. I said I was going to do them one at a time, didn't I? But obviously that went out of my head. Time is of the essence. 47 microfarads, 10 volts. They are cutting it a bit close to the limit, aren't they, with 10 volt caps in a... I mean, it's 8.8 volts that most of this runs at. So let's chuck in... I haven't got a 16. .35 volt. That one. This one. How are we doing, people, anyway? I hope you're enjoying it. Are the betting shops open again? I don't know. I need to go Specsavers, I know that. 4.7, 25 volts. 750 volts. What else we got here? Another 4.725. Stay there. Yeah, we've got another 4.725. Seem to be flavour of the month. These aren't bad sets to work on, really. I mean, yeah, that front panel is a real pain in the ass, but, you know, what can I say? Let's get those done. We'll do the caps first, and then really it's going to be a voltage check job. There, that's those 4 done. Right. Let's plug them in again. Still the same. Still the same. Put that one. I wonder what Sunday's live stream is going to be. Right, we've got a cluster of 4 in here that are a real pain to get to. No pain, no gain, though, isn't it? One in there. That wasn't it. There. That's that one. God, these are really tight in there. Gonna have to change those 2 first. I can't get in there with a soldering iron ass. soldering gun on, knock them off. So another 4.725. Another 4.725. Flipping heck. Tell you what, there's a hell of a lot of caps in these things. I don't think there's any tantalums in it. Try after those two. Still the same. Still missing display with complete numbers. 13. 14, 15, no 16. Nope. Still the same. Let's get these other couple done then, and then we'll do the draw for the radio. We'll do the draw then, Sean. The draw for the radio, mate. So that's there. That's this thing's blocked again. That one gone. Where's the other one? Where is the other one? The other one is up here near the front. over there. Right, turn that off because this is going to be the last 2 caps today. At 1 microfarad at 50. Do that one. The one, I'll tell you what, they're not easy to get at these. What was that? 22 at 10. $22 at 50. So that way. Last one then for today. I'll get this recapped probably tomorrow, I expect. Yeah, it's missing some of the channels shown for some reason. Thought originally that it might just be a dirty channel switch, but that's not the case. Okay. No, still missing. That's a 19. 20's gone. Just flexing the cable and that just to see, but nothing's bringing it back. As I say, it does get quite warm. The regulator gets really hot when there's no channel on there. So no, that's not cured it. It's no. It's a no. We had a good try though, didn't we? We had a good try. We had a good try. So capacitors are probably a problem. I mean, we've only got 10 minutes, so let's not mess. I was going to stick the ESR meter on those, but we'll do that another day. There's an absolute shed load of them there so far. It's going to skim me out of caps, this will. Right, let's get this radio in. Let's give this radio away to somebody. So this is the giveaway radio. There she is in all her glory. Ooh, that's me standing on the other board. Still think it's a PLO chip, but we'll see. Could be anything. Stupid CB. I've got patience though, Video Monkey, you know that. Yeah, glad to hear the barbers are getting ready to open up again. Not long now, Sean, is it? So ZX is saying changing caps won't fix the display. There's only 680 ohm resistors and the display left to cause the problem. The TX is a different problem. I hear what you're saying, ZX, and you're no doubt right. But there is some notorious caps in this one. I think I've done the offending ones already anyway. But I'm going to get the recap done on it anyway, ZX. Just get that out of the way. Then we know definitely 100% it isn't that's going to be the issue. Anyway, we have got a giveaway to do. Have you all done the keyword bushed in the video last Thursday? If you haven't, then you're going to be too late, I reckon. So let me find my YouTube comments picker. YouTube best comments picker winner. It wants to play me ultrasonic toothbrushes now. Six days ago. Okay. So that was the keyword. And let's just pop the screen over. This was the video that you needed to put the basically. So this one here, lockdown live giveaway special last Thursday. That's the video that you need to have done the put the keyword bushed into. And let's see if this YouTube studio thing now is a pain in the neck. Why they've made it so complicated, I don't know. So let's go to comments. If we can find comments, there we go. Comments. We've got one hell for review. I'm not sure what that is, but it doesn't look like it's anything to do with the bush. Unlikely spam. Edward King's got crazy girls. I don't think that's anything to do with it. And I'm not sure on that, so I'll have to decode that later before I allow that one through. But it looks like everything else I've done. So hi Kenny NVA. So it looks like we're all good. So that's our comments sorted. Right, so let's find that video. It was this one here. Get shareable link. Best YouTube comments. So we should have the link there. Fetch it. Keyword bushed. "41 comments, look. 41 comments. So, here we go then, people. I hope you've all got your things in. Gary, it needs to be in the comments of that video, mate. Not in the chat here. We ready then? 41, probably one of the highest yet, I would think. And we've got to thank Sean, obviously, for doing this for us. Doing it. Just put me down at the bottom a minute. I think. Can you still see? Can you still see that? I think you can. Let's get back to that. So you should hopefully be able to see who's going to win it. Yes, you can. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready? Are we all ready? We have a drum roll. Broken radio. Oh, non-broken radio. That's right. Yeah, we got it sorted. No, you don't put the comments in there. George is doing it again. You're just confusing everybody, George. Here we go then. Oh, that's a new one. 180, Phil. Unfortunately, you're too late, O Walker. It's done. Actually, all these came through just now, so they were already included in it. So Phil Taylor, our darts subscriber, he's the man. I don't know if he's in. Hi Gavin, I didn't see you in there, mate. Well done, Phil the Power Taylor. There you go. He's there. Phil, well done, mate. So you need to pop me an email, Phil, if you will, with your details on, mate. Let's get back to normality then. A minute. Let's get rid of some of these picture-in-pictures. Let's get rid of me there. Let's me on there. So let me see if I can find my email address for you, Phil. There we go. So pop me an email with your name, address and everything on it, Phil, to that email address on screen. And I'll sort out the postage and get it sent off to you. Sean has very kindly donated the postage money anyway, so thanks again to Sean for donating the radio and the postage money. Good stuff. Good stuff. So there it is, Phil. Coming to you. No throwing darts at it, though. It's not for chucking at. Not for chucking. Yeah, you came second last time, Harvey. Does he want to gamble for the star prize? There you go, Phil. So thanks to everybody for all you've done for that as well, because at the end of the day, your donations through Patreon and your super chats pay for things like capacitors and postage and all the other bits and pieces to get these things done. I thought that was a bit of thunder then. Second's no good, not in this game, are we? Yeah, washing machine. That's a speedboat. It's the main prize. So yeah, you know, really, it's your contributions that pay for bits and pieces. It doesn't cost me then to actually put all the caps and everything in these. And obviously, I give my time to you guys for nothing. That's the sort of guy I am. You reckon he had a toe over the hockey, George? Do you? Gets hot as there is a short on the display, Bob. Oh, it doesn't get that hot. It gets, well, it does actually. If you leave it on for like 5 minutes and touch that regulator, it really stings your finger. No worries, Phil. Drop me an email, mate, and we'll get that sorted for you. I hope you've enjoyed that today. We haven't really got very far. But we've eliminated one of the potential issues with the channel switch. We know it isn't that. So it's either something to do with the display. Bob is saying the display has a short. Well, I can actually get the board right out now, Bob, so I could desolder it and just go through all of that. So you think the LED segments could be shorted or something, do you? Yeah, as I say, we'll revisit on Sunday. I will do a bit of work on it over the next couple of days, if I get a chance. And the CB radio, that is. We'll see if we can get this thing bottomed out. It's a real tough one, isn't it? But then it's complex things like that make it more interesting, isn't it? If it's just an easy fix, then it's not really that interesting. It's much better if everyone's taking part and we're trying to fix the thing together. It's I find that interesting personally, as long as I can cope with all the comments. That's the only thing. So anyway, people, cheerio for now. Thanks everybody for joining me today. Hope you've enjoyed that. And I'll be back on Sunday. So catch you then. Bye for now.